Nobody gets too much love anymore. It's as high as a mountain. I'm waiting in line. I hope those are the lyrics. Someone called me the singing lady on Twitter. Wow, sensational. Dumelang bo maseve. This week we are in the Toyota Starlet Cross XR and we're gonna have a conversation. Exterior of the Starlet Cross. Very reminiscent of a car that you've known and seen on the channel quite a number of times, the Suzuki Fronx. So Suzuki and Toyota do have a partnership where they share some mechanical, stuff, and they basically have a partnership. And out of that partnership has bred quite a number of cars, such as the Starlet, the Toyota Vitz. You have the Urban Cruiser as well, which is based on the Grand Vitara, and you also have this now, the Starlet Cross. Starlet Cross was meant to be called the Tizor, but now we got it as Starlet Cross. Cool, whatever. So in terms of the exterior, I like it. I really think it's a pretty car. I love this the thin strip of LEDs on the top and that triad of lights at the bottom. This blue color is absolutely doing it for me. I think it's really, really pretty. Obviously, you have a sloping roofline because it's a bit of a coupe, a bit of a coupe version of the Baleno or the Starlet. This is the GLX model, so you can distinguish it with the wheels. You can see the alloys look a bit different, the rims look a bit different from your, not the GLX model. You see now, that's where the confusion starts. This is the XR model. I'm so used to saying GLX because Suzuki's top spec is GLX, and then this one is XR. So with the XR model, you do get the a bit of a different cut on the rim, but it's a pretty car. You have keyless entry, you have push to start in this vehicle. But I think it's beautiful, man. It's something that you guys have seen before, and for me, I think it's very much one of the most attractive budget cars on the segment. Now, moving on to the interior. Very beautiful interior. I love this dual tone, this bit of a guava dual tone, but this is a bit of an ox blood kind of maroonish kind of dual tone. You have electric windows, you have, like I said earlier, keyless entry, you have folding side mirrors, even when you lock the car they fold. You have heads-up display in this vehicle, you have a multifunction steering wheel, you have an analog display with a little bit of a digital cluster in the middle that shows you your fuel economy and your range, which I think is quite cool. It's quite nice. Very nice interior, very well laid out. This leather wrap steering wheel, very, very, very proper. I like the infotainment system screen, which has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity. You have a USB port up in front and you have two in the rear for the passengers. The climate control menu is buttons. I'm so happy about that. I love that. And I love how this infotainment system screen, it has everything here. So you can get your vehicle info, you can connect your phone, everything is operated here. I'm not a big fan of the fact that it doesn't have a conventional volume knob or volume button. You have to use these touch things. But on the steering wheel, you can adjust the volume. So I use these more. So I think it's a very well laid out, very ergonomic interior. Two cup holders up in front, cloth seats with the contrasting colors. Very nice, very well put together. So I'm very happy. I think this interior for me is a solid interior. So now let's get into the drive of the Toyota Starlet Cross. So this vehicle is powered by a 1.5 liter engine that produces 77 kilowatts and 138 Newton meters of torque, mated to a 4-speed automatic. Now, as you know, I think the earlier review I did on the Fronx was the 5-speed manual. So now it's good for me to get into the automatic so I can give you guys a proper comparison. Look, it drives very much like a budget car, very much like a Fronx, very much like the 1.5 liter engine, the K15B, the Makona Zonke engine, the Ngamitla engine. It's a very good tried and tested engine, and I think even in this application, in the Toyota, it works really well. When it comes to the automatic transmission, I don't have much quarrels, right? The only problem is sometimes when you're on high speeds on the highway, the revs drop quite drastically, and then it starts to feel like it's limping, but not to the point where the car will shut down. Just starts to get a bit lazy, then you have to accelerate a bit harder for it to just gain momentum again. However, in city driving, this automatic gearbox works perfectly. I'm not the biggest advocate of people buying budget cars and automatics because the automatics are never that great. But with this, I think you'll be fine. It's all down to preference if you want the manual or the automatic. I will advocate for the automatic, especially when you're in traffic like I am now. Then you don't have to be clutch balancing, and I've noticed a trend where a lot of people are moving into automatic cars more as opposed to manuals, which makes a lot of sense. For me, I'm a big fan of the 5-speed manual of this vehicle, even in the Starlet. I'm a huge fan of the manual transmission, especially with this engine. It works very well, but I wouldn't mind living with this. And I'm averaging a fuel economy of 6.6 liters per 100 Ks. But you guys know it wouldn't be a maseve review without high consumption. And even in petrol cars, I really am neither here nor there when it comes to consumption. So, I mean, I'm on a half tank now, but I've done quite a lot of driving in this car. So for me, it all boils down to preference. But on a daily, on a driving perspective, on highway driving, it really is commendable. It really is a car that I think you can live with. And whether you get it in manual or automatic, you will be happy. The power output is there. The torque is quite sufficient for the size of the vehicle. So really not much to complain about, especially because I mean, we know this. But I really do think that even if you're looking at the Starlet Cross, whether you're getting in manual or automatic, let's get into the verdict of the Toyota Starlet Cross XR. So we did the launch a while back at Rosemary Hill, and to be quite honest, I'm very much impressed, right? Obviously, this partnership between Toyota and Suzuki is working really well for them, because if people are not big fans of Suzuki, then they can go to Toyota. If they're not big fans of Toyota, they can go to Suzuki. So it's just ultimately a preference thing when it comes to this. True to Toyota nature, this car is more expensive than the Fronx. So the GLX Fronx is 355,000 Rand, whereas this Toyota Starlet Cross XR is 359,000 Rand. So it's a bit more expensive. So yeah, there is that. So where things get interesting, especially with this verdict, is the fact that the warranty on Suzuki is better than the warranty on Toyota. So with Suzuki, you're getting a 5-year, 200,000 kilometer warranty. Here, you're getting a 5-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty. So it's a bit different. And also, you're paying a premium here. You're paying 4,000 Rand more for the top spec model, GLX automatic. So you're paying a bit more than what you would pay in the Fronx. You can argue that Toyota has a better dealer network in the country than Suzuki, but I really think that's neither here nor there. Suzuki is not a brand that has one dealership in the whole country, bra. Like loga style kabalazan fethu, like loga style rangua hamitown, like you'll be fine. But in the same breath, I've never seen a Suzuki or Toyota on the side of the road. So there's that. There's the reliability factor. So both cars or both brands offer a lot of reliability and peace of mind. So like I said earlier, it boils down to preference. For me, I am a huge fan of the Fronx, and I personally think I would buy the Fronx because it's a little bit cheaper. Maybe you guys will say, "Hora 4,000 won't do much on your installment." Guys, times are tough, guys. Every cent counts. Every cent counts. We really need to be cognizant of that. So especially in the budget segment, I don't think a lot of people have room to spend a lot in the budget segment. So I would suggest that if you really don't want to pay the extra 4,000 Rand, go for the Fronx. I mean, that little bit of a few hundred rands on your installment can help, but at the end of the week, you want to buy 24 Corona, you want to buy Muloma Mja Godon Sinyana, you want to take your girl out on a date. Now you can't take your girl out on a date because you are busy paying a high installment on your Starlet Cross because it's 359,000 Rand. Now, relationship, yeah, how? I'm saying the most random. But so that's just a bit of background about the partnership and a bit of research that I did on both products. But ultimately for me, the Starlet Cross being a tried and tested car and based on a car that we know and we're accustomed to, I really do think that they did well by bringing this car in, especially to capture Toyota customers. Full verdict for me, I will have to give this car a solid 9 out of 10. There's not much that the Starlet Cross lacks. In actual fact, it has a lot and more. And compared to its rivals, which you look at cars like maybe in the budget segment, you're looking at your Hyundai Exter, you're looking at the Renault Kiger, Nissan Magnite, Cherry Tiggo 4 Pro. I think this one shines the most out of all the vehicles I've mentioned. Styling, it looks amazing. Interior, it looks amazing. Boot space, that deep boot space that Toyota has put in this car, stunning. Space, it's there. I think two proper I think when we did the launch, 2 suitcases, myself and Nikki's suitcase, fit so perfectly, and that's what won me over. So I really do think that this is probably one of the best budget cars in the country right now, and that is just a personal thought. I really don't have any problems with the Starlet Cross or the Fronx. So ultimately, for me, I'll have to give this car a 9 out of 10. And it all boils down to preference as to what you would like. Just remember that Suzuki does have the better warranty and it is a bit cheaper. However, the dealer network with Toyota and the fact that it's a brand that a lot of South Africans can assimilate with, and it's a tried and trusted brand and a very reliable brand, a lot of people will buy it. So it's all down to the customer at this point. I can't tell you to go buy the Suzuki and I can't tell you to go buy the Toyota. It's the same car essentially. It just now boils down to what you would like and what you would prefer. For me is a great car. I saw someone comment about maseve GP, and as I've been driving this car, I was like, this could be a contender for Project maseve GP. It could be a car I would buy. Obviously you guys know I'd buy the Fronx. I'd get it in blue, but this blue also, there's something about this hue, man. Like color man. Like yo, this blue. I've never seen a budget car get a color so right. Like I love this color. I'm so obsessed with this color. So it is a car that I would definitely consider as a first car for myself. Really think that it's a cream of the crop kind of budget car, right? But yeah, I mean, you know, let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Starlet Cross. Is it a car you would buy? Is it a car you would not buy? And what are you getting for 355,000 Rand? So let's have a conversation. Yeah. It's this traffic, bruh. Like, the robot di bereke, ke untate ba insurance ba direct. Na go le wana we to direct that way. Maga ro thulana mo one day. Yar e bo file so. And that is it from me, Maseve. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Please don't forget to watch those ads because Kulavega Gucci and all that jazz. So please do let me know what you guys think about the Starlet Cross XR. Do you like? Do you not like? Do you prefer the Fronx? Are you looking at other budget cars in this segment? Please do let me know. Please do comment down below and we can have a conversation in the comments. So yeah, now I need to go run errands. I've only had coffee in the morning. And malaga kukun, I think I need something. Like I'm craving like something heavy, bruh. Like something very heavy. But I'm probably gonna end up getting like something on the go, like that KFC bucket for one. Like I don't eat in the mornings actually. Hey, I only eat in the afternoon because, yeah, you know when you have busy. I'm rambling. Remember, you are just talking and you are just talking. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of the Starlet Cross. Really, really stunning car. Really like it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.